Hey, what's going on, folks? All right, look, I know it's Sunday and all that. Actually, the 14th. Um, but like, I just thought this one of these is an article I wanted to put out and share this video with as many people as you need to share it with. There, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to do that. I hope you guys had a good day, and hopefully y'all be prepared and rested for a more productive week and all that. Hopefully you guys veterans able to get something to eat, find places to eat this weekend for Veterans Day weekend. But let me get right into it, okay? That this is something that pissed me off, but again, all right, that I prophesized that this would happen, and we'll get into that in a second, okay? And I feel like it needs to be put out. It was a Virginia judge, okay, up there in Loudon County, Virginia, basically northern Virginia, in the suburban DC area, around like Fairfax area. Actually, it's not really Fairfax, but it's part of it, where the Dulles Airport is, right around that area. Marshall, Virginia, Leesburg, some other area. If you guys are from Virginia or from like Maryland, around that area, right around that DC area, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, shout out to Norfolk, Virginia, Hampton, Norfolk, my hometown as well. All right. Uh, Again, this judge had found a boy. Basically, yeah, he was a boy that posed trans as a woman, as a young girl, guilty of sexually assaulting his daughter. Okay, and I saw this article on Terrain Rain Show. Shout out to Terrain Rain. That was an excellent podcast you put out today. And I saw this article actually before. All right, but I just wasn't able to get to it. But he had assaulted this girl in the bathroom at the respective school that he went out. Now, there's a lot of details that haven't been put out. They haven't identified the daughter. And that's fair to say that. But, okay, because the victim, to protect the identity. But the name of the boy and the parents and so forth of this boy, okay, and also the school. All right, and let me tell you this. I told y'all or whatever. I did a video about this when they did that gender neutral bill. This was back in February. Okay, if you were to scroll back in my videos, you'll see it. I did it the same day I did it on that Wheeler, that young man that assaulted his girlfriend, all right, that NFL player, the white guy that assaulted his black girlfriend. And I said it again in that Miss Nevada pageant, all right? That was probably, I want to say May, something like that, all right? That they gave that tranny, the Miss Nevada award. I said the same thing too, okay? That somebody was going to abuse this, okay? I want to say this though. I'm not trying to downplay or disrespect the LGBT community at all. All right? What you choose to do, you know, that's what you choose to do. There's things you're going to have to answer to. I don't believe that the LGBT should be mistreated. They should be able to work and have their rights or whatever, okay, to be protected. Okay? But again, it is an abomination, I got to tell you. Pretty much like, you know, any other like immoral thing that they talk about, you know, actions that they talk about, you know, biblically. But all right, anyway, back to the story. I don't want to digress. Now, this HR, what is it, HR 247 or 257 was brought out in the midst of this. And one thing I didn't know was, okay, with this bathroom bill that gives transsexual, if you're identify yourself as transsexual, you can go to men's or women's bathroom, but they do not have to report it, and it's mandatory or whatever that these schools do not have to report it, or an organization does not have to report it. Now that's something sketchy with that, okay? And I'm just thinking, imagine that, this must be for a reason, all right? So I'm just thinking, for a politician to make a rule like that and be able to add that clause or whatever, these politicians are doing shit like this, and it pretty much makes a tranny person, okay, quote unquote, sorry, excuse me for saying that, it gives them a license to do whatever they want. All right, now people like him, and this is not going to be the first case on that, on something like this. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. All right. But I do know one thing. All right. Oh yeah, here's what I was going to say. See, that people will make these rules up or whatever, and they think that it's all fun and games. All right, and probably some of these politicians are doing stuff like this. Okay, that they're probably dressed as a man or as a woman, but when somebody's daughter, okay, or somebody's son end up being affected, or somebody's wife or whatever, or husband, all right, because men get sexually assaulted too, all right, by men as well as women, all right, then it's not fun and games. So I told y'all that. I told y'all in both of those podcasts that I've done, okay, before they want to come out and rule with amendments in effect or whatever, okay, to somewhat curtail all of this, okay. So now with Governor Youngkin, the Republican governor that just got elected, all right, I did an article about the Virginia election a few days ago, all right, then he's going to want an investigation, and he's probably going to want some amendments put in place by the time he gets, in office. I want to say, middle of January, all right? And I just think that, again, if you are in the LGBT, you get the best of both worlds, all right? But I'm just thinking, when you do, if it's a man or a boy that wants to cross that line, you pretty much just like a regular man, all right? And I have a hard time trying to say this, and I hate having to discuss it because it's garbage here, all right? So, like I say, people think that it's fun and games, but when somebody has a loved one or a relative or whatever that is affected by this, then it's not a game anymore, okay? Just remember that, all right, for people that are listening to this, all right? This is something you need to think about. And, I saw, like I said, I saw this article before, but I wasn't able to get to it because I see other articles like similar, like, children being mistreated, and I just can't cover all of it. Sometimes I may not cover certain articles or whatever, this one and other articles, because I may have, other obligations, but I have a clear mind today. So share this or whatever. This is something to think about, all right? I told y'all, share this with as many people as you can. Let me know what you think about this video, all right? And check out some of the other videos as well. Thanks for listening.